What's up guys, today's part 2 of this video. Today we're actually going to be taking apart the SR20 and figuring out what is happening with this engine now. What we think happened last time on the dyno, it lifted the head at like 25 psi boost. We think the head studs should be torqued a lot tighter than the manufacturer specs, which were like 60 or 65 foot-pounds. So what we're trying to figure out if it blew the head gasket or if it pulled the stud again from the threads on the block like it did that one other time. So that means we gotta take this thing apart and figure out what happened. Nothing like those good old get your hands dirty, hands-on video from Mr. Big Boost. But today I'm not gonna get my hands dirty because I'm going out tonight, so that means I gotta wear these gloves so I don't get my hands as dirty. I mean, they are gonna get a little dirty because, you know, whenever you wear these gloves, they always tend to like break in the most weird places. My hand is gonna end up looking like a Dalmatian at the end of the day, so it's gonna have like black spots in random places. So when I take off the gloves, like, what is this? My hand is a Dalmatian now. I did not have a Dalmatian hand when I started working in this engine. What happened to my hand? But then I realized it's just a glove, so let's get to work. I think probably to cut to the chase, the first thing that I should do is do probably 2 or 3 small time lapses removing the manifold. So I'm gonna probably start with the exhaust manifold and then remove the intake manifold. Once I have the actual long block and probably the valve cover removed, then I'll get into more detailed work. Quick little run over here. This hose does not go here, just have it there so it wouldn't be dangling all over the place. It's one of the coolant lines for the turbo. The other one goes here, but I removed it out of the way, so it's already gone. So I'm gonna be removing the exhaust manifold, which is held up by these 14mm nuts. There's one here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 1 there. Done, got it. And then on the intake manifold, it's a little bit more complicated. I got fuel rail, I got 12mm bolts. And then it gets tricky because I got these water hoses that I need to remove as well. And this line that goes to the brake booster. Then over here, just stuff. Alright, it's time to remove the valve cover. I should probably take all these bolts out because I know they always like to fall. So they don't be falling on me and getting lost or inside the engine or something. I'm just gonna take all of them out and then put them away, and then I will take the valve cover out. And of course, I can't get it out all the way. What is wrong with this bolt? Come on, all the way. There you go. Are you gonna be like stubborn too, you little bolt thing? Well, that one can stay. Okay, you can stay. Valve cover, let's go. And now I fell, of course. You see? That's how it works. Got this valve cover as gasket with it. The first thing we want to do here is to find a 24mm socket, which I'm going to be using to loosen up the camshaft sprockets. This is going to facilitate to do this at this point since everything is tight, and the chain will pretty much hold everything in place. If I take the chain off or loosen the tensioner, then this is going to be really challenging to get off. You have to hold the cam here and do the whole thing, versus to remove it, just pretty much just put this here like this, and voila. It hurts a little bit, but you'll get it loose. All right, ain't nobody got time for no hand tool. So now that I have the camshaft sprockets loose, I can go ahead and remove the cam angle sensor, and then after that, I'm gonna remove the timing chain tensioner, which is over here. We have Allen bolts on this. Normally it will be a 12mm bolt. This guy's a little bit harder. It's gonna have a, what is this? A 6mm Allen socket, or Allen thing. There, the thing. Universal language to specify anything about anything. Thing. Get those two out, and this pretty much comes right up like this. Then, last but not least, the timing chain tensioner. This is held up by two 10mm nuts, except this case it's missing a stud, so we put a bolt in there instead, so it has a nut and a bolt. Then I gotta find a way to somehow pry this out of here. Obtain a very minuscule flathead screwdriver. Done. Now I'm going to very carefully remove each of the trims one by one, and then I'm gonna mark them where I need to go. You don't wanna mix and match these trims since they're different sizes to adjust valve match. I'm taking them out here with a magnet. Then I'm gonna show you the layout configuration that I choose to put them away. That way it's a lot easier to put them back where they need to go when I'm reassembling the engine. Remove the exhaust camshaft. Then I'm removing the rocker arms. And then I'm going to remove the trims the same way. Now I'm going to remove the lifters. Here is the layout I was telling you guys about. So I got the rocker arm stoppers, the cam caps, the little oil rail for the camshaft. I got the lifters here. I got the camshaft intake and exhaust. Then I got the intake side rockers and the corresponding shim to each one in the same order it should go. So pretty much everything is laid out how it should go in the engine in the right order. So this way you cannot go wrong. Now it's time for that really scary yet important part, which is that I need to remove the head studs. I'm looking to see if I'm gonna have a head stud that has been pulled off the threads from the block or loosened or whatever happened. If there's not, that means then the stud stretch or something. But I'm looking to see what caused the head to lift and have compression leak into the water passages on the block. So let's get to this thing. I'm so nervous about it. You can probably tell in my face. Before I remove the head studs, I gotta remove these two little 10mm bolts from the front cover. This holds the head to the oil pump cover. So we'll take this off first. That way they won't get damaged once you lift the head up after removing the studs. Note the two little bolts on the side of the head have already been removed, so the only ones left were these ones and the head studs. Alright, all the studs were tight. That means that they needed to be tightened to 85 to 90 foot-pounds instead of 60 foot-pounds. And the head lifted just enough with boost to cause it to lose compression and sip into the water jacket. Now, I'll loosen the studs. You gotta look for aluminum on these. Make sure there's nothing weird. So far, so good. Whoa, okay, that's weird. The number one exhaust stud definitely came out milky. Can you see that? Let me see if I can get a close look. Yeah, you can see here, all of them are black. This one is all milky. So I'm looking at something happen right around here on cylinder 1. Last but not least, I gotta remove all pen washers. Don't wanna leave those in the head when it goes to the machine shop or lose any of them. Well, they're very important. All right, got all 10. Now it's a moment of truth. All right, let's do this. Let's do a little wiggle and then pull, and it's out. After inspecting the head gasket, I think it makes sense since I saw milky stuff on this stud. As you can see, the line over here kind of fades and you can see like a little bit of erosion on this corner into the water jacket. So I think around this area is where the head lifted and it should compression into the water jacket. I need to remove the rest of the head gasket so I can inspect the other side. Let's see what we're dealing with. Well, I could not find anything else wrong with the head or the block. That means that the only thing that it's possible to happen here is that the head did in fact lift because the stud torque clamping force was not enough to hold the head down at those high boost levels. So what we're gonna have to do, I'm gonna have the head resurfaced, get it all cleaned up, then I'm gonna reinstall it using another apexy head gasket, then I'm gonna torque the head studs between 85 and 90 foot-pounds when I reassemble the engine. It's so nice to have everything laid out and organized-ish. Organized-ish. See what I did there? Organized-ish. Organized. Then I still gotta see what I'm gonna do with the transmission. I for sure might be changing the shifter, and then I don't know what we're doing with this whole thing over here. But I do know for a fact that the block is healthy. The head seems pretty healthy, but I'm gonna get it surfaced anyways and cleaned up so I can reassemble it and get this thing running again. Do you guys think that the cream card might be better than the Skyline, or that the Skyline is better than the cream card? Make sure to comment your vote below. So I will be probably doing a Q&A very soon, so hit up with some questions. I've been thinking about doing a Q&A with Maria about car stuff. She thought it would probably be a cool idea to see how much she knows about cars. So we're probably gonna be doing one of those very soon. Maybe in the next video or the next one. I still have a couple videos working on the Skyline. I still have the engine install video from the Skyline that I never posted. So that's probably gonna be one of those like lost videos, reveal kind of thing. So definitely have a really good one with that. I remember someone helped me film it, so it should be pretty informative, and it's very, very nice. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. I'll see you guys next time, which should be probably the Q&A. It could also be the Skyline engine install video, or maybe working on the SR, or it could be putting the SR back together and maybe in the car.